Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 State of Mount Clemens. Please welcome President and CEO of Connect Macomb, Stacy Ziarko.
And welcome to the 2025 State of Mount Clemens. It is a privilege to gather here with so many community leaders, business owners, residents, and partners, all who care deeply about Mount Clemens. Today isn't just about reflecting on the past year, it's about celebrating the progress that we've made and looking towards the opportunities ahead. Mount Clemens has always been a place of resilience, innovation, and community spirit. From the historic downtowns to the neighborhoods, from the businesses that fuel the economy to organizations that support families, this city continues to demonstrate what's possible when people work together with purpose. On behalf of Connect Macomb, we are honored to join you today. For more than 60 years, our chamber has been a driving force in supporting businesses and building stronger communities across Macomb County. While our roots are in Sterling Heights, Connect Macomb is proud to serve as a regional chamber, partnering with cities and townships throughout Macomb County, including right here in Mount Clemens. Our mission is simple but powerful: building community and growing business. That means bringing businesses together, connecting them with resources, advocating their needs, and helping them thrive. But it also means strengthening the very fabric of the communities we serve, from downtown revitalization to workforce development to events like this one that highlight the leadership and vision shaping our future. I want to thank Mayor Kropp for inviting us to participate today. This is a new event for us at Connect Macomb here in Mount Clemens, and I look forward to many more to come. So today, as we reflect on the state of Mount Clemens, Connect Macomb is here as your partner, committed to helping the city grow, attract new opportunities, and remain a vibrant destination in Macomb County. I want to take a minute and give a big thanks to our sponsors today. You've seen their logos on the screen, but a big thanks to AEW, Consumers Energy, DTE, Fishbeck, First State Bank, Kirk, Huth, Lang, and Badalamenti, ITC, MedStar, SMART, and Switulski Law. We could have a round of applause for our sponsors. I would also like to take a second to recognize the members of the Connect Macomb Board of Directors here today, if you would please stand as well. Thank you for your service. And to my team at Connect Macomb, Terry, Tammy, Sabrina, and Christina, if you have not had a chance to meet them, please stop by and say hello. And don't forget, this is a first for us to join us at Madison's for an afterglow at 5 o'clock featuring Kathleen Murray. Thank you for being here today and for being a part of this important conversation about the city's future. Together, we can ensure that Mount Clemens continues to thrive for generations to come.
The awakening has begun. A reclamation of spirit and place. the very essence of our beginning revealed. This is where new meets old, where steel and soul collide. Something powerful is emerging, a force unlike anything the city has known, rooted in legacy, powered by progress. And now, there is no turning back. We are stepping into a new era, fueled by the roots of our past and driven by the pulse of the present. Our strength has always been in our people, the dreamers, the achievers, the relentless, encouraging us to shape a better and brighter future for our city. A city that's guided by a commission with unstoppable resolve, a team of professionals that will not waver, focused, resilient, determined. Mount Clemens is rising, but this is only the beginning. The transformation is far from over. So we invite you to walk these streets with us, to shape this future together, and to be part of the resurgence of Mount Clemens. Because this city is not just coming back, it's coming alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle.
Thank you. That intro, I'm going to tell you, beats jumping out of a garbage can. I see. Or getting out of a clown car, all right? I've had the opportunity to kind of introduce many different public officials for their state of the township, state of the municipality or cities, and I don't take that lightly. I'm actually honored to do that. And I say that for this very reason. This particular facility we're in, I think many of you have a historic background, and I guess have had some familiarity with this place many times. Many of you who have been here in the past but have never been here recently, seeing this beautiful architect and the work that is done here, is a lot of work that was done by the city of welcoming John Hanna and his team here. And I want to thank John and his team for opening their doors for this year's State of the City. So if we can, a round of applause for John and his team. And again, I can't help but go back to the fondness of this place from way back when, and I think, Barb, you would share that that uniqueness of this facility one time, and then the transformation is far better now than it was back during those days. But with that being said, we're fortunate. You come across public officials throughout the entire county, and for me, it's around the region, around the state, that you've got to be willing to work with, and you've got to have that willingness to figure out, okay, how do you help each other solve problems? As a county, we represent 27 different municipalities that make up Macomb County. Every one of them is unique, distinct, and we try not to get in their way. We try to figure out how to get them to have a better way. And we want to make sure that they understand that their residents, their taxpayers themselves are paying for county services that we can provide. And so with that, we welcome that willingness or that ability to want to come to us for support to make it happen. And we see that here in the city of Mount Clemens. Have seen it for decades. That unique spirit of how do we make this city better? And I'm just going to tell you, we're very fortunate, not with just the city commission, but the mayor, Laura Kropp, her willingness to reach out, not just to the county. I mean, Candace deals with this municipality on a regular basis in conversation. Tony Forlini when it comes to elections, and they're both here. That's the reason why I'm mentioning them. And we get that support financially from our Board of Commissioners, and Joe Sabatini happens to be here. We're here because we care about the city of Mount Clemens, like we do with many other municipalities. But not all of them are willing to accept that support because sometimes they want to go it alone. But Laura is one of those folks that knows how to reach out to the county if and when there's a need for discussion to make things better for the city of Mount Clemens. And I have noticed and I recognize that's the sign of a true leader, a person who is willing to say, you know what, we want that help, we need that help. Here's what we're thinking about doing. What can you do to help us get there? And it doesn't just end there. And I know Emily is here on behalf of the governor of the state of Michigan. She's willing to reach out at the state level too, to figure out how do the partners at the state level or our representatives that are there at the federal level are supporting this particular city. So again, The unique nature of an individual who gets elected into a position has to have that ability to understand. To truly lead, you need to make sure you have people that are willing to lead with you and that are going to be there to support you through those challenging times and to figure out how do you get to where you want to be. And Laura, without question, has been one of those leaders working alongside of her commission. And for that, I want to say thank you and welcome to the stage the mayor of the city of Mount Clemens, Laura Kropp. Mayor?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. It's so good to see all of you here, friends, neighbors, and honored guests. This year, our city is waking up, not from a dream, but into one. We are opening our eyes to new possibilities, breathing deeper with fresh purpose, and feeling the heartbeat of a community ready to rise. The streets, the rivers, the neighborhoods, they all seem to be humming with the same quiet truth. We are in motion. And together, we are writing a story that will outlast all of us. Before we dive in, I want to express my deep gratitude to the incredible staff at Mount Clemens City Hall and throughout all of our departments. Your work keeps this city moving forward every single day. Will you please rise and be recognized? Thank you, guys. To our department heads, thank you for your expertise, your teamwork, and your passion for serving this community. Would you please rise and be recognized? I'd like to take a second to thank Greg Shipman, who is at the front table here. Would you please stand? I know you're going to give me a hard time about that. Greg had a really rough 12 months, and he was here via a laptop last year, and it was a rough 12 months after his injury, and he never once let this city fall. And he never missed a beat, even if it meant that he was working from his hospital bed. So I want to thank you. You went above and beyond in a time that was really difficult for you, and the city is eternally grateful. Elaine Van Heis has helped keep Greg and I on the straight and narrow, which is not easy, if you know us. So thank you, Elaine. We really appreciate all of your work. I want to also say we are also joined today by dignitaries whose presence is a reminder that Mount Clemens' awakening is felt beyond our borders. So please rise as I call your name. Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle, Macomb County Public Works Commissioner Candace Miller, Probate Judge Aaron Hall, Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett, Orion Township Treasurer Matt Pfeiffer, Phil Rode, representative from Congressman James's office, County Commissioner Joe Sabatini, Harrison Township Supervisor Ken Verkest, Emily Melitus from Governor Whitmer's office, Macomb Township Supervisor Frank Viviano, Clinton Township Supervisor Paul Gilliam, Macomb County Clerk Anthony Forlini, County Commissioner Antoinette Wallace, Amanda York, representative from Senator Kevin Hertel's office, and Mount Clemens City Commissioners, my partners in crime, Eric Rick, Barb Dempsey, Laura Fournier, and Teresa McGarity. Thank you very much for being here, all of you today, and supporting Mount Clemens. My gratitude also goes to Connect Macomb for organizing this event, and to the dedicated team at the Emerald Theater, and of course led by John Hanna, for hosting us in this beautiful space. And finally, to my husband, Paul Kropp, thank you for being my anchor and for supporting me in the position of mayor, for which I feel truly privileged to hold. So today we celebrate the city's awakening, not just in words, but in action. This past year has been nothing short of transformational for Mount Clemens, from our streets to our finances, from our public spaces and our partnerships. We've been busy turning plans into progress. We rebuilt Grand Street with the water and sewer mains underground. This project was a $3 million investment funded by the Major Streets and General Fund. It was about more than just pavement. It was about restoring pride to a neighborhood and making it safer for every driver, cyclist, and pedestrian. Across the city, we invested an additional $2.4 million in multiple road improvements, making everyday travel smoother and safer. These are types of projects that happen every single day, and they make a big difference in the quality of life. There has been transformational progress in our downtown revitalization project. We made significant headway on the Cherry Street Alley and Macomb Place, a $6.5 million investment that will turn this area into a vibrant, welcoming space. With the New Street parking lot completion, the downtown will be even more accessible for residents and visitors. Mount Clemens saw the second highest property value increase in the county this year. That was not an accident. It was the result of consistent investment, strategic planning, and a growing belief that our city's future is now. Neighborhoods are the heart of our community. In order to continue to address the health of our neighborhoods, we've added rental and property maintenance code issues to the scope of our already successful Administrative Hearings Bureau. This is about accountability, fairness, and protecting the integrity of our neighborhoods. A less glamorous, but equally important part of our neighborhoods is our wastewater treatment facility. Two major projects were the highlights of this past year. The septic receiving station was a $3 million investment made possible by a $1.5 million allocation from our state representative, Denise Mensor. This project will improve our environmental responsibility and operational efficiency for years to come. The $3.5 million biosolids handling project was made possible by the Clean Water State Revolving Fund. The completed upgrades will save taxpayers money and protect public health. Due to Mount Clemens' budget constraints, it's imperative that we seek out grant funding for infrastructure projects and for anything that we can try to connect with a grant. Over the past 3 years, Mount Clemens secured $79 million in grant funding. Every one of those dollars means more investment in roads, parks, safety, and quality of life. So thank you to all of those who believed in investing in Mount Clemens and that it was worthwhile. With plentiful grant funding comes a large amount of reporting. And I'd like to take a second to thank our accounting team who makes sure that we have our I's dotted and our T's crossed. If you're here from our accounting team, please stand. Thank you. Once again, the city received an unmodified audit, which is the highest rating that we could receive. This shows that our finances are sound, they're transparent, and responsibly managed. Speaking of transparency, one way that the city helps to educate the public is through our public access television station. After many months of broadcasting suspension, the city renewed our public access television agreement in a partnership between the school, the city, and Hunch Free, keeping residents informed and connected to what's happening in the city. Collaboration, as Mark mentioned, is the key to many successes in Mount Clemens, and we are very fortunate to have several partners in the last year. The city invested its opioid settlement funds to partner with Face Addiction Now, or FAN, to continue to support the unhoused population struggling with addiction, connecting them to resources, and giving them a path to recovery. Another partner was Macomb County Public Works Commissioner Candace Miller, we'd like to take the credit for, and her team, who completed critical repairs to the Griner Drain to help prevent flooding of homes and businesses in the area. The Macomb County Planning and Economic Development team, they helped us collaborate with the Downtown Development Authority to create a list of our most wanted future business and development opportunities in the downtown. Placer AI was used to create the most wanted list. And now the DDA can use this as an additional tool in the recruitment of future development in our downtown. The sum of these achievements is more than just a checklist. It's proof that Mount Clemens is not only awakening, it's rising. Every grant, every road, every improvement tells the story. This city is worth investing in, it's worth believing in, and it's worth fighting for. If our roads, our drains, and our downtowns are the bones of the city, then our people are the heart. And you can't have true awakening without investing in the heart. That's why in 2023, after being closed since 2007, we brought our recreation department back to life. This wasn't just reopening a department. It was reopening possibilities for every resident in Mount Clemens. We started by hiring our first recreation director in nearly 2 decades, Mr. Carl Hay. Carl, can you stand and be recognized? Carl brings fresh vision, energy, and a commitment to making recreation accessible to everyone, no matter their age, income, or ability. At Carnes Community Center, we've been transforming a once underutilized space into a hub of activity and opportunity. The first phase of the Carnes Playground is now complete. It is a safe, modern space where kids can run and play and make memories. And thanks to a CDBG grant, we are adding even more inclusive play features so children of all abilities can enjoy. Because in Mount Clemens, every child deserves a place to belong. We also secured a HUD grant for Carnes, allowing us to install a new digital sign, improve security, renovate the kitchen, make gym enhancements. And with another addition to a CDBG grant for a commercial kitchen, Carnes will soon host cooking classes, community dinners, and a small business, and be open to small business food entrepreneurs, opening doors to economic opportunity right here in the city. But our investment in recreation isn't stopping at Carnes. At Shadyside Park, we introduced something new and exciting, a disc golf course. It's a sport that's low cost, it's easy to learn, and welcomes players from all walks of life. It's another way that we're turning underused spaces into places where community happens. When we invest in recreation, we invest in more than sports and playgrounds. We invest in health, connection, and equity. We ensure that no matter where you live, how much you make, or how old you are, you have access to spaces that invite you in. This is the awakening of our community spirit, where neighbors meet, children laugh, and every resident can see themselves in the life of the city. An awakening doesn't just happen on the surface. Sometimes important progress is underground, in the systems we rarely see but depend on every single day. This year, we secured a $600,000 grant for lead service line investigation. This is more than pipes and fittings. It's about protecting the health of our families, the safety of our drinking water, and the trust our residents place in the city. We also advanced our GLWA connection project by we also advanced the GLWA connection project by completing the design phase, and now we will be moving into the construction phase. This project is critical. It's in improving the reliability and quality of our water for decades to come. And this connection is also our lifeline to clean and safe and dependable water. It's an upgrade to an investment in the future of the health of Mount Clemens. These projects may not grab headlines because they're not a new park or they're not a downtown event, but they are the foundation of a healthy, thriving city. Without them, everything else will be built on shaky ground. With them, we can stand strong. As we look forward, our awakening is fueled not only by what we've accomplished, but what is to come next. On Monday, the Mount Clemens City Commission voted to purchase the Anton Frankel building, located at 20 South Main, just down the street. The Anton Frankel building stands ready to be the new location for the Mount Clemens City Hall and Mount Clemens Fire Station. This is an opportunity to redevelop our waterfront and to bring economic development right here to our city. Scheduled to begin in 2026-2027, the Main Street Revitalization Project will further enhance the downtown. This project was funded through a Michigan Department of Transportation grant and will bring green space, a boulevard, reconfigure parking, new sidewalks, and complete a bike path from Shadyside Park into downtown through a bike lane. Mount Clemens is awakening, not in small ways, but in bold, unmistakable steps forward. We've seen progress in our streets, our neighborhoods, our finances, our parks, and our community spirit. We've built the foundation for a future that is safe, strong, and full of possibilities. But this awakening doesn't belong to City Hall alone. It belongs to every resident, every business owner, every student, and every neighbor who chooses to believe in this city's story. So here is my challenge to you. Be our ambassador. When you leave here today, tell our story. Tell the Mount Clemens story of a city on the rise. Share the good news with your friends, your coworkers, and your family. Let people know that this is a place of momentum, a place of pride, and a place of opportunity. And let's support our local businesses, not just in words, but in action. Eat in our restaurants, shop in our stores, visit our markets, bring your friends downtown. Every dollar spent here strengthens the heartbeat of Mount Clemens and fuels the future we're building together. The awakening of a city is not just measured in the projects we complete, but in the people who carry its vision forward. And that means you. That means us. That means all of us, side by side, believing that Mount Clemens' best days are not behind us. They are here, they are ahead. I'm truly grateful to see each of you here in this room today as we come together to celebrate the exciting future of a great city. So let's keep it moving forward together. Let's show the world exactly what Mount Clemens can be, and let's keep awakening.